If you are the black sheep of your family, there are certain things you must do early in life, or you will lose years you cannot get back. Not because you are weak, not because you lack talent, but because being the black sheep places you in a psychological environment that quietly drains your time, your confidence, and your opportunities. And if you don't recognize it soon enough, you can spend decades trying to fix problems that were never yours to begin with. So in this video, we are going to focus on what the black sheep must do before it is too late. Not theoretical advice, practical shifts that can save you years of wasted effort. 1. Stop trying to fix the system that is designed to blame you. One of the biggest traps black sheep fall into is believing that if they just explain themselves better, work harder, or become more successful, their family will eventually understand them. But dysfunctional systems do not work that way. In many toxic families, the scapegoat role exists to stabilize the rest of the system. It gives everyone someone to blame, which means the system often depends on you remaining the problem. Clinical psychologist Dr. Ramani Durvasula, who specializes in narcissistic family systems, explains that scapegoats are often assigned their role not because of their flaws, but because they challenge the family's unspoken rules. And once that role is assigned, the family unconsciously defends it. This means something very important. The black sheep is often fighting a battle that cannot be won through explanation or achievement. The sooner you stop trying to fix the system, the sooner you free up your energy to build your own life. 2. Reclaim your time before it disappears. The most dangerous thing toxic family dynamics steal from the black sheep is not money. It is time. Years spent trying to gain approval. Years spent defending yourself against accusations. Years spent replaying conversations in your mind, trying to understand what went wrong. But the harsh truth is this: the black sheep often becomes emotionally entangled in problems that were never theirs to solve. Family systems therapist Jerry Wise, who has worked extensively with adult children of dysfunctional families, emphasizes the importance of what he calls self-differentiation. Self-differentiation means separating your identity from the emotional chaos of the family system. Without that separation, the black sheep becomes psychologically fused to the family drama. And when that happens, life stalls. Careers are delayed. Opportunities are missed. Relationships suffer. Because your mental energy is constantly being pulled back into the same unresolved conflicts. Reclaiming your time requires one crucial shift. You must stop treating the family system as your life's central project. Your life must become the project. 3. Build your own identity, not the one they assigned you. Many black sheep grow up internalizing the identity that the family placed on them. The difficult one, the rebellious one, the problem. Even when the black sheep becomes successful, some part of their mind still feels like they are defending themselves against that label. Psychologist Carl Jung, one of the founders of analytical psychology, wrote extensively about the process of individuation, the development of a self that is separate from the expectations and projections of others. Jung argued that many people spend their lives living out identities that were unconsciously imposed on them. True psychological growth requires confronting those roles and choosing your own identity instead. For the black sheep, this step is crucial, because the family narrative about you is rarely accurate. It is often a reflection of the family's fears, insecurities, or unresolved conflicts. Until you consciously reject that narrative, part of you will still be living inside it, and that quietly limits how far you allow yourself to go. 4. Stop explaining yourself to people who benefit from misunderstanding you. Another habit that keeps black sheep stuck is the constant urge to explain themselves. You explain your intentions. You explain your decisions. You explain why something hurt you. But explanation only works when the other person is interested in understanding. In dysfunctional dynamics, misunderstanding can be useful. It protects the existing power structure, which means no matter how clearly you explain yourself, the narrative often snaps back to the same conclusion. You are the problem. Dr. Ramani frequently points out that in narcissistic systems, clarity does not resolve conflict. Instead, the system simply reframes the clarity as further evidence that the scapegoat is difficult. Recognizing this pattern can save you enormous amounts of emotional energy. Not every misunderstanding needs to be corrected. Sometimes the most powerful move is simply moving forward without trying to convince anyone. 5. Build a life that exists outside the family system. Many black sheep unknowingly keep their lives psychologically anchored to the family system, even after moving away, even after years of independence. Some part of their mind is still seeking validation from the same people who refused to give it in the past. But the black sheep often thrives once they shift their focus toward building environments that recognize their strengths. New friendships, professional networks, communities that value authenticity. Research in developmental psychology consistently shows that identity formation is strongly influenced by environment. When you remain surrounded by people who view you through a distorted lens, your growth is constrained. But when you place yourself in environments that recognize your capabilities, your trajectory can change dramatically. The black sheep is often not deficient. They are simply in the wrong ecosystem.